All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're a couple of days removed from the Green Bay Packers' unbelievable demolish of America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Kyle Shanahan actually admitted that the 49ers knew they would be playing the Packers midway through the second quarter of that game, so they're not sleeping on the Packers. Folks, there are 8 teams left in the NFL playoffs. 7 of them are divisional winners, and then you have the Green Bay Packers. This really reminds me of our Super Bowl run. I'll keep my horses in check. That doesn't make too much sense, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. We have a good chance at taking down San Francisco this upcoming weekend. One thing I've really noticed actually all season, there have been some horrible losses in there, like to the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday Night Football against the New York Giants, at home in Lambeau Field against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But then you have games like Thanksgiving, week 1, week 18, the game Sunday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs, and then obviously this past weekend against Dallas. The Green Bay Packers are playing up to their competition. This team is not afraid of anybody. And here's a statistic my fellow Packers fans will absolutely love. Jordan Love, on third down in the last 2 weeks, which both of those were elimination games for the Green Bay Packers, he is 11 of 14 with a drop, so an adjusted completion percentage of 85.7%, 138 yards, 3 touchdowns, a QB rating of 147.3. 3 touchdowns is unbelievable. 11 first downs converted is unbelievable, and a passing grade in an elite category, 93.8. Folks, this team can hang with anybody, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about this Green Bay Packers team in tonight's video. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. As you guys can tell, I'm a diehard cheesehead Green Bay Packers fan. If we could try and get this video to 500 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So I'm still riding this high. First off, I'm riding the whole season high, man. Nobody really thought we could go 9-8. And if you did think we could go 9-8 and you're not a Packers fan, it was probably because of anybody not named Jordan Love, right? We have a really solid roster. It's a very young roster. We're the youngest roster in the National Football League. We're the youngest team to win a playoff game since the Super Bowl era. And we've been saying it on this channel for a couple of weeks. It's not always the best teams that win the Super Bowl. Sometimes it's the closest teams, and I love to just revert back to the Bo Melton game ball situation from a couple of weeks ago. These guys love each other. They're having fun. We are well prepared, and we can hang with everybody. There is absolutely zero pressure on this Green Bay Packers team, and they're absolutely thriving off of it. The expectations are so low in the post-Aaron Rodgers era. We're always underdogs. We're underdogs on the road. I thought it was relatively disrespectful. I think the line for this Packers-Niners game was like 9.5. I guarantee you, if you ask Kyle Shanahan his thoughts on that, he would say, yeah, that shouldn't be right. One thing that's really in the Packers' favor is this. The Packers' weakness, one of our biggest weaknesses, in my opinion, outside of our youth, which I actually don't really even think is a weakness if you played competitive sports, whether you're the it's actually probably better if you're the underdog, to be honest with you, because like we said, there's no pressure. The expectations are so low. But if you played competitive sports, like, you live for these moments. So I've never really understood, like, oh, they're so young, they lack all this experience. Matt LaFleur has plenty of playoff experience. Our coaches have playoff experience. And one thing we're really good at is being aggressive. Ever since the bye week where Jordan Love's got a TD to interception ratio of 22 touchdowns to 1 pick, like, if it was a second half award, Jordan Love would and should be the MVP. We don't have anything to lose. But one thing I've noticed, and you saw it against Dallas, is our first possessions, because our biggest weakness is run defense. And so if San Francisco, let's say, gets the ball and they, storm down the field and they put up a touchdown, and, maybe we punt the ball and they storm down the field again and we're down 14-0 in the first quarter, that's not a great position to be in. So I love that Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers against Dallas, underdogs on the road against the best offense in the National Football League and a top 5 defense, they elect to receive the football. And what do? They have a balanced attack with the run game of Aaron Jones, who finished the day with 118 yards on only 21 carries. That's a 5.6 yards per carry average, by the way, and a whopping 3 touchdowns. But we saw a balanced attack between Jordan Love and Aaron Jones and just the Packers offense. They took 8 minutes off of the clock. And so Green Bay is up 7-0 after the first quarter with a defensive stop. And in the first half, we end up going 27-7 lead heading into the third quarter. But that's what gets me excited about this Packers team is it's a great coaching battle. Kyle Shanahan versus Matt LaFleur. These guys are well familiar with each other. But I will say the same thing. If the Green Bay Packers are winning this football game at halftime, they will win the game. They will win the game. We are not that much of an underdog. 9.5 points, whatever the hell. I'm not a betting man. If they get the ball to start this game and they storm down the field in efficient fashion like we've done in the last several months, actually, and you put points on the board, and you get a San Francisco 49ers team trailing, I like my chances here. It's just like Dallas, but expectations are actually a little bit higher. A lot of these 49ers starters haven't played football live action in 2 weeks. And I know a lot of Niners fans, and they're not thrilled about this matchup. No matter if it was San Francisco, if it was Detroit, if it was Tampa, if it was Baltimore, if it was Kansas City or Buffalo, it doesn't matter. Houston, it doesn't matter. You don't want to play this Green Bay Packers team right now because we're red hot, offensively and defensively. But I just want to say, I really think the no pressure, low expectations, it's just like it was this past weekend against Dallas, where we have nothing to lose and everything to gain, and they have everything to lose. If the San Francisco 49ers don't end up winning the Super Bowl here, that's a failed season. And I hate to say it because I think what San Francisco is doing is pretty cool. I think Brock Purdy's one dope-ass quarterback. This is not an anti-San Francisco video. And if you guys, been following this channel and you've been watching my Niners videos, my Packers videos, you know exactly that. I'm just saying, man, Jordan Love, 16-21, 272 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. These guys are thriving. They are playing aggressive. They are having fun. And obviously, once again, we're playing with house money, man. We got nothing to lose here. So I do think Green Bay, I'm a biased Packers fan. I do think we will come away with the victory. We'll talk about this more as the week progresses. But I got to say, man, I'm feeling really good. This is at least going to be a highly competitive football game as long as the Green Bay Packers don't go down 2 possessions early on. So that's it for today. A little quick preview for you guys. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button. We post right now daily Packers videos. And so give me a game prediction, a score prediction for Saturday night against San Francisco. That's it for today. Hit the like button, hit the sub button. That's it, man. Peace. Have a great rest of your week.